Hello and welcome, I'm your Code Monkey, and in this video we're going to look at why you should not make all of your variables public. If you want to expose some variable in the editor, you really should keep it private and instead add the SerializeField attribute in order to expose it. In order to understand why that is the better method, you need a basic understanding of clean code principles. If you prefer a more guided path with step-by-step lectures, then check out my complete courses. Learn how to make a Builder Defender game using C# just like I make my own Steam games, or learn how to make games entirely using visual scripting, or learn all about Unity with the Ultimate Overview course, which contains over 30 lectures, each covering a different tool or feature of the engine to help you make better games faster. I'm always available in the courses Q&A section, answering your questions every single day, so check out all the courses with a link in the description. Also, if you need some 2D art, check out the Humble Bundle link in the description with a massive amount at a super deep discount. Now, first of all, if you're not familiar with the term clean code, I would highly recommend the book Code Complete. Once you read it, you will increase your skills as a programmer tenfold. It is definitely the one thing that I have read with regards to programming that had the biggest positive impact on my code quality. A really important part of writing clean code is minimizing access as much as possible. So every field, every variable or class really should be as limited as possible while allowing it to achieve its purpose. This is one of the best methods you have for managing complexity and ensuring your code is still easy to understand even as it grows. When working with Unity, the editor and the fact that you can expose certain fields is extremely useful. You can test out various values and easily iterate upon your game. That's one huge benefit. Now, when you want to expose a field in the editor, you can simply make it public. So for example, public float speed. So you just do that, and yep, here it shows in the editor. So you can now again very easily just modify this, even modify this while runtime, so very good for iteration. However, doing it this way means that this field is now accessible to every other part of our code. So every other class in our codebase can now read and modify this field. Now this can cause a lot of nasty issues and make your whole codebase a complete mess with tons of scripts accessing and modifying tons of other scripts. So perhaps you accidentally modify this field from another class and the whole thing breaks because it wasn't supposed to be modified. Or maybe just a bunch of scripts are reading from this field, but you want those scripts to get a different value than what's exactly stored here, or you just simply want to know when the field is read or modified. Now, if you make everything public and you read and write from anywhere, then very quickly your game will become a mess of unmanaged spaghetti code. For example, you have a player class with a public speed field, and then the UI class is reading directly from that field. At the same time, the upgrade class sometimes modifies that. Maybe the enemy class also directly changes it to slow the player down with a specific attack, and maybe there's multiple enemy types, all of them with a different amount of slowdown. Now you find a bug where the speed is incorrect. In order to find the cause, you now have to search every single one of these classes since the bug could be anywhere. Maybe the enemy is setting the player speed when it shouldn't, or maybe the upgrade logic is incorrect and it's applying a slowdown instead of a speed up. It could be on any of these classes or any other class in your codebase because any of those could possibly modify the field. And since they are accessing the field directly, it's very tricky to identify where and when the variable is changing. The point is, you now have to keep all of this logic of your entire codebase in your brain as you try to search for the cause of the problem. So ideally, your code should be as limited as possible. Now, if this field is meant to be used solely inside this class and nothing else, then really this should be private. Doing so means no other class anywhere else in the codebase can read or write to this variable, which is exactly what we want. So for example, if I define another class, here if I've got a second class with a reference to my first one and I try to access the speed variable, there you go, it's inaccessible due to its protection level. Whereas if this was public, then I could modify that one from anywhere else in my code. So that's what we're trying to prevent. Making it private, then we simply cannot do what we're doing here. Writing clean code is all about managing complexity. You want to minimize as much code as you need to keep in your brain at all times. And when you make something as private, when you see private, you know for a fact that no other piece of code outside of this class can interact with this field. So again, that is really good for helping us manage complexity. That means that if there's an error anywhere related to this class and this variable, you know for a fact that the error has to be somewhere inside of this class since no other class can access that field. But as soon as you make it private, it removes one of the biggest benefits in Unity, which is to expose it in the editor. Like for example, you have a player character and you want the speed variable to be exposed in the editor so you can easily play around and find the perfect speed value. What that means is that in this case you want to keep the variable private so your code stays nice and clean, but you also want it to be exposed in the editor and only in the editor. So the solution to that is to keep it private and simply add the attribute SerializeField. And now the variable is still private, so I still cannot access it from a second class. So nope, I still can't do this. However, now it does show up over here in the editor. So I can now very easily iterate upon this value in order to find the perfect one. And again, the whole point is that this is still private. So that still means that this field can only be accessed and modified by the code inside of this class. And again, that really helps you manage complexity. So if there's any error whatsoever involved in this field, you know for a fact that the error has to be somewhere inside of this class because you know guaranteed that no other class anywhere else in the codebase can modify this field. So you can now safely iterate upon this value in the editor while knowing that all the code is still nice and clean with minimal complexity. Back to the previous example, if you still wanted to modify the speed of the player, you would instead make a public function to change it. And now you could easily add a log to see when this function was being called and who was calling it. You could add some validation to make sure the field wasn't set to an invalid value, and you could fire off an event inside that function for when the speed changes, which the UI would then listen to instead of reading the field directly on every frame. Pushing this even further, you would probably make the enemy apply some sort of slowdown state instead of directly setting the speed. The main point is the field variable is now directly inaccessible from outside of this class, so any bugs would have to exist inside of this class and you could safely ignore the rest of your codebase while you focused on fixing this one bug. Sometimes I see people say something like, well, why don't I just make every single field public? But that is really the opposite of what you should always be thinking. You should always make your fields private by default and only make them public if you have a very good reason why it needs to be public. So the question should be, why should this not be private? As your code becomes bigger and more complex, keeping this simple rule in mind will help you immensely. Now I want to make one note here, which is if you've seen the official tutorials made by Unity, you might have noticed that they do use the public parameter. Now the reason for that is not because the people at Unity don't know better. Everyone that I've met from Unity is very capable and very good at their job. Now the reason for that is simply for simplicity when teaching some complete beginners. It is much easier to simply teach people to just make something public when they want to edit something in the editor, rather than having to teach them clean code principles and attributes. So as you're starting out, keeping it simple takes precedence over writing some good clean code. You can always learn that later. So my hope with this video is that it gets recommended to beginners just after they learn the absolute basics. So if it's your first time writing code, then using public will avoid any unnecessary complexity in the learning process. However, as you get more capable and you learn more and more, then you should start to learn how to write better code rather than just writing code that works. So if that's the stage that you're at right now, then I hope that this video has shown you the benefits of writing clean code and why you should not abuse public. Again, if you're looking for a more guided path with step-by-step lectures, then check out my complete courses. Alright, hope that's useful. Check out these videos to learn some more. Thanks to these awesome Patreon supporters for making these videos possible. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.